Hello friends, welcome to the Mind Touch Tech YouTube channel. My name is Prince and this is our 23rd JavaScript lecture. And in this lecture, we will study about how to access ID, class and the paragraphs in the JavaScript that you make in the HTML. This is very good and very important topic of the JavaScript. So let us start friends.
Friends, first of all, I have to make a paragraph and have to put a ID in that paragraph. I hope that you have the basic knowledge of the ID and class. If you don't have, then you can visit my previous lecture, that is the basic of the ID and class. Now let us see how. So first of all, I have to make a paragraph, that is the paragraph tag, p tag, and then the close of the paragraph tag. Now what I want to give the ID to that paragraph. So I have to use here the ID and then equal to, and in the double quotes, I have to write the name of the ID. Suppose the name of the ID is para1. This is about that, friends. Control plus S and then I double click on that. Now nothing will happen. Double click on that, you can see here that nothing is happening here. Why? Because we didn't put any content in that paragraph. So I have to put the content in that paragraph. Now I will put the content in that paragraph dynamically by the use of the JavaScript. What I want to access that ID in the JavaScript, friends. So to access that ID, I have to use here, let us see how. I have to use here the script tag and then the close of the script tag. Why script tag? Because we are going to write the JavaScript code, friends. And in that script tag, what I want to access that ID, that is the para1 in the JavaScript. So to access that ID, I have to use here the document.getElementById. GetElementById, friends. This is about that. And then the braces of these. Notice here the G must be small and the first letter of the E must be capital, B must be capital and the I must be capital, friends. These all first letter must be capital instead of G, friends. This is about that. This is the notable thing, friends. Okay. And after that, in these braces, I have to use here the para1, that is the name of the ID. You have to use here the double quotes or the single quotes and then the name of the ID, that is the para1, friends. This is about that. Now what I did here, friends, I have called that ID in that section, friends. This is about that. That is, I have accessed that ID by the use of the document.getElementById method, friends. Okay, this is about that. Now control plus S, now nothing will happen also. Control plus R, nothing is happening also. Why? Because we have to put the content in that paragraph, friends. So to put the content in that, I have to use here the .inner HTML, friends. Notice here inner must be small and the HTML must be capital, friends. This is about that. And then equal to, and after that what I have to do, I have to write here the content of the paragraph that we want to use. So I have to use here, like write here the hey, I am paragraph, friends, and then semicolon. Now control plus S and then control plus R. Now you can see here that a message has been shown that hey, I am paragraph, friends. This is about that, friends. This is way that how to access the ID in that. This is that. Now one concept has to be noticed on, friends. You can also give it the variable, like variable my message is equals to that. Okay, so let us remove that in the HTML. Okay, so instead of writing here the inner HTML, after that you can also give it a variable and then access that by the variable. Like suppose I'm going to write here the my message, that is the variable name, and then inner HTML, and then let us put the content here, that is the hey, I am paragraph, and then the semicolon, friends. So instead of writing the inner HTML, after that I can use the variable concept. This is the importance of the variable, friends. Okay, control plus S, control plus R. Now you can see here that it is still working, friends. Okay, this is the concept of the variable, friends. This is about that. Now I have accessed that ID, friends. Now what I want to access the paragraph only, friends. So to access the paragraph, let us remove that. Okay, I want to access that paragraph only, not ID. So to access that, what I have to use, I have to remove that and I have to use here the document.getElementsByTagName. GetElementsByTagName. This is about that. And then the braces of class. Notice here G must be small and the all first letter must be capital, that is the E must be capital, B must be capital, T must be capital, and the N must be capital, friends. That is the document.getElementsById. Notice here we have to use here the elements, not element, because these are the paragraphs and we can access multiple paragraphs, friends, in that. We can also access the multiple IDs, but this is not the good way, friends, because ID is unique, so we should not access the multiple ID, friends. Okay, this is about that. Now what I want to access that paragraph. So to access that paragraph, I have to use here the double quotes and then the name of the paragraph, that is the P, friends. Okay, now it will not work. Why? Control plus S control plus R, you can see here that it is not working. Why it is not working, friends? What is the reason? Because in the JavaScript, each and every paragraph has its index number, friends, and in the machine language, the index number start with the 0. So the index number of that paragraph is 0. Now let's create another paragraph, that is a paragraph, and then the close of the paragraph. That now the index number of the first paragraph is 0 and the index number of the second paragraph is 1. So I have to give here the index number also. So I have to give here the index number. So let's give here the brackets, and in that braces I have to use here the index number, that is the 0, friends. Now semicolon. Now control plus S and then now control plus R, you can see here that it is working, friends. Let us see the index number. So right click on that and right click on that, go to the inspect. Okay, now you can see here that it is included, the paragraph is included in the first, there is the first paragraph, that is hey I am paragraph, and it is in the first paragraph, friends, not in the second paragraph, because index number of that is 0, friends. Now if you want to access the, you want to include that message in the second paragraph, so what I have to do, I have to use here the index number, that is the 1, friends. Now control plus S, control plus R, now you can see here that now it is in the second paragraph, friends. You can see here that is first paragraph there is no, and in the second paragraph there is a message included, that is the hey I am paragraph, friends, in the second paragraph, friends. This is about that, friends. This is the concept of the index number, friends. That's about it. Now let us see how to access a class in the JavaScript. So to access that class, what I have to do, suppose I'm going to give it a name, that is the class is equals to, in the double quotes, and the name of the class, that is the my class, and let us also give the name of the class in the second paragraph, that is the class is equals to my class. Okay, I have given that class. Okay, so to access that class, what do you have to do, you have to write here the document.getElementByClassName, getElementsByClassName, and then braces of that. Notice here all the words must be capital instead of G, friends. Okay, and in the braces I have to use here the call here the class name, that is the class name is my class. Okay, now I have to also give the index number of that. Control plus S, control plus R, you can see it is not working. Why it is not working? Because I have to give the index number of that paragraph, that is this class, because we have used the 2 class in that. So you will be confused that in which paragraph, which class paragraph you want to access. So I have to use here the index number, that is that index number 0, friends, and then semicolon. Control plus S, control plus R, it is still working, friends. And you can see here that in inspect element, that is it is in the first paragraph, that is the hey I am paragraph, friends. And if I give here the index number, that is the 1, index number is 1, control plus S, control plus R, you can see here that it is in the second paragraph, friends, hey I am paragraph, friends. This is about that. Okay, so I think it is enough for today, friends. Thank you.
So friends, in this lecture we have studied about that how to access ID, class and the paragraphs, and also we have studied about the concept of the index number, friends. I hope you have understood. In our next lecture we will study about the query selector in the JavaScript. So thank you, take care, bye bye.